Good morning and happy Monday once again. I hope your week is starting off well. For me, over the past few weeks, the Lord's been doing something in my life. He's bringing about some healing in my life. And I spoke about it a little bit last week. I think I titled last week's video, When God Does the Unexpected. And He has done the unexpected in my life. And that unexpected thing has been some healing that's taken place. And I've kind of fumbled around this morning saying, Lord, do you really want me to speak about this today or not? And I feel like He does. And so what I want to talk to you about today is church hurt. Church hurt is deeper and more painful, I think, than many other hurts in our life. And it's really unfortunate because the church is not a building. The church is a body of people. It's those who are followers of Jesus, those who call themselves Christians. That's the church. And sometimes the church takes up residence in a particular building. And sometimes they're just out and about. That's, we're supposed to be the church wherever we go. And the church isn't limited to a certain location. The church is worldwide. The Church of Jesus Christ is worldwide. We're all part of the body. But sometimes when we're in a local building, a local church, we get hurt. And it's not God that hurts us. It's people. And sometimes it's even pastors and leaders that hurt us. And it's hard to reconcile that, and it's hard to come to terms with it. It's hard to heal from it. It's hard to move past it. And because we put up those walls because we think we're going to get hurt again if we try a different location, a different body of believers. And for me, I was hurt. You know what? We all have our church hurt story. And if you don't have one, just hold on. You're going to have one soon enough. And like many of you, I took my church hurt story and I tried to bury it. I tried to, smother it down so that I didn't have to think about it. I didn't have to feel it anymore. I could move on from it. And really, I didn't truly move on. I did in some ways. And I've forgiven. I've sorted through different things. But there was still some deep wounds in there that I guess I didn't even realize. And so the Lord brought that up and really kind of had me relive all of it a few weeks ago. That's what was so unexpected in my life. And I didn't want to relive it because it's painful. Just like it's painful for you. And He's done that not only with church hurt, but just other painful things in my past. In order to heal from anything painful in your past, a lot of times you have to relive it. And you have to come to terms with it, and you have to let the Lord soothe it and put soothing balm on it and help you move past it. And He reveals the truth to you of who He is and how much He loves you, and that it's not Him that has caused all of this pain and this hurt, and that He wants better for you. And that's what He did in my life. And I just want to speak to you today. You see, we're all human, and we all react in human ways, even when we call ourselves Christians. And sometimes even pastors and leaders do that. They react in human ways, and they make church about numbers, about pride and arrogance and power and being domineering and controlling people. And that's just the humanness coming out of them. And the byproduct is there's people that are hurt by that. And so the real, the root of all of that is that God needs to get to that person and heal all of those things going on in their life. Because a pastor should not be controlling you or abusing you, or they share God's word of what we're supposed to do, but they're not supposed to control every aspect of your life. And so I say this, that sometimes you're in the midst of that and don't even realize that it's happening, or that you don't realize that it's abuse. You see, once I got out of it, once I got away from that, I realized for many years that it was abuse and it was wrong and it wasn't godly, and they weren't modeling Jesus the way that they were supposed to be modeling Jesus as a shepherd. And it's not right. And so if you're experiencing any of that, I want to tell you that God doesn't expect you to stay in the middle of that. He doesn't expect you to be abused and tormented and, controlled. And so I would say, recognize it and step away and find a place, find a body that is going to bring life to your soul, that's going to speak life into you and love into you, and show mercy and grace and help you along in a loving way, not in an abusive way. And this is hard for me to share today, because this is the ugly side of ministry. It's the ugly side of church. And God is grieved, and I'm grieved. And you see, the enemy is the one at the root of all of this. He wants nothing more than to cause hurt in your life and to remove you from the body that you're supposed to be in. We're all supposed to rally around each other, not compete with one another to see who can get the bigger church, but to support one another, pray for one another, encourage one another, because we're all in the same body. And that's the body of Jesus Christ that is worldwide. And so I know this is going a little longer than normal this week, but I just want to say there is life, there is hope, there is a place where you can fit in, belong, feel like family, and love every part of it, and walk out what God has called you to do. And if you are not in a place like that, I just want to encourage you to find a place. If you need healing from past hurts, from past church hurts, it can happen. Go to Jesus. Just kind of bring it up, relive it, walk through it, and let him speak to you and bring healing words of life to you. And then you can forgive and move on and move past it all. If you need to talk, I'm always available. I really, really hope that this spoke to someone today. I love you guys. I hope that you have a great Monday and a great week. And as always, we'll talk again soon.